stay cool.
We tired of being cool, man. Every time we turn around, you telling us to be cool. Shit, man, we tired. Every time we get in an argument with the Lord, you say be cool. The same thing, be cool. We be too cool, we gonna lose.
We gonna lose? Who number one? Us. Who's number one? Us. How we gonna do it? The hard way. All right then, that's all.
Don't you think? All in favor to get there and say, ah. Yeah! There it is.
I figure this way. Now, when we get in there, and when I start rumbling with little boy, then we all do it. Me and little boy had it for a long time. We had it in the school. Nigga thought he was bad in the school. You understand? This is where I really want. I just want to kill this nigga. Ain't nobody gonna got to take him off of here. That's right. I got to take him off of here. There's only one, and that's me. You understand? For all that fighting, you understand? The sucker think he good. The sucker think he can whoop me. And I know he can't whoop me. Hey, boy, the nigga whole style is chump. You understand? When it comes to me, you understand? So let me get mine first. Then after I get mine, you can do what you want to do.
Right.
Attack skills and vocabulary too. Comprehension of this edition is all brand new. You're through. I'm interplanetarian like Doctor Who. So who?
Fuck your beef, no relief. I step on stage, girls scream like I'm Keith.
What's up, everybody? Ringtime Pro Wrestling is in the building. Keith and Keisha are here. Keisha, say hi to the people.
You know, I feel so refreshed in returning. Hello, people. How are you? Welcome to Ringtime Pro Wrestling. Did I have to really do that? I think I did. Like, I wanted to do that as calmly and as correct as possible. Because I'm going to get ratchet during this show. And I just want everybody to know in advance that this is going to happen. It's going to get real. I'm just saying.
You have not heard from us in 21 days, according to Spreaker.
Yeah.
In that time period. We have been doing some revamping, some retouching. Understand that the show is still the same show you know and love. It's still Keith and Keisha. It's still pro wrestling. We got a new logo. So if you were like, why is this download coming through from this show I have never seen before? I think we've put everything in place on all the platforms, so it'll come across now in the first RSS feed. So, yeah, new logo, new year, new me. We had to revamp because Keith's 2017 was hard.
Yeah.
And it was hard on us.
Difficult.
It was hard on us personally. And I saw the impact on the show by looking at the stats and the numbers. The show, the website, everything went down. And it should. We was depressed. So, I was to do something that said we back. We are here to do the thing that we've been doing for almost 7 years now. April will be our 7th anniversary. I planned a big 7th anniversary episode around that time. But yeah, it's we're going good. We're going strong. We still intend on being that podcast that you know and love. With that being said, some things happened while we were gone. We're going to touch upon it. We're going to do as much as a little bit of catch up as we can. But pretty much we're going to keep this thing chugging, talking about this wrestling, talking about stuff that's happened in the last week. This is a pay-per-view preview weekend. It is Elimination Chamber on Sunday. So I'd be remiss if we didn't talk about the Chamber, right?
Right.
We'll talk about the history of the Elimination Chamber. There are a lot of people who have been made and broken in that chamber. This year is an interesting year because we'll have the first ever women's Elimination Chamber. We will also have the biggest Elimination Chamber ever because the men will have 7 guys going into the chamber. They don't even have 7 pods.
So right.
It's just like, look, 2 dudes just got to start, and then, hey, whatever happens after that. We'll talk about the overexposure of the event. But this is going to be the last single-branded Raw pay-per-view. I think we can go with that little piece of tidbit of news. Fastlane will be the last single-branded SmackDown pay-per-view. Going forward, and Backlash. So after WrestleMania, all the pay-per-views will be co-branded. What does that mean? That means there will no more be any more exclusive Raw or SmackDown pay-per-views. There will be everybody will be at the pay-per-view. Now, I'll give you the good and the bad on both of those. One, I'll give you the bad. Let's start with the bad news first. I thought that with the brand extension being pure and allowing them to have their own pay-per-views, it was a good thing, right? The good of it is that both writing teams have not proven themselves adept enough to write compelling enough stories to support individual pay-per-views. And what they've done is they've overexposed matches, they've overdone things. So a lot of things are meaningless, right? Going into a pay-per-view. Because if I watch Dolph Ziggler wrestle Jinder Mahal on SmackDown this week,
Right.
and they're supposed to wrestle on the pay-per-view on Sunday, and then they're going to wrestle again the Tuesday after the pay-per-view, this is all, it's not, what am I getting? The pay-per-view becomes a glorified version of the TV show. Hell, sometimes the TV show puts on a better match. So, what I would suggest, I don't know, I just think they need to do a better job. I guess some of the things that they put together. But, there's that. But that's just something that went on. While we were gone, I think we found out why Booker T is not on Raw anymore, and apparently it got a lot to do with Corey Graves.
Mm-hmm.
Keish, does Corey Graves know that, like, Booker T will give you those hands?
No. Obviously, he ain't heard about the Batista fight. I'm just saying, somebody need to inform him. Somebody really needs to go ahead and, like, advise him of this story. I need him to understand.
Oh, I think he was. I think he's aware. I mean, that's one of those things. Like, you know about crazy stuff that's happened at work. I think he's aware.
Yeah.
I think that he just feel like, hey, we're professionals. I think this is that. Man, look.
No, that's not how that goes.
Let me tell you something.
Works.
Well, the man say, look, don't let me catch you in these streets.
Right.
Don't get caught in those streets.
Right. Like, Corey, let's have a little lesson right now, okay? 2 things you need to learn. 1, Booker don't give a fuck about that professional shit. Let's remind ourselves, it was on the set of the SummerSlam photo shoot, video shoot, whatever, when him and Batista got to fighting. So he don't care about that. Okay. He ain't gonna do it on live TV, but at the same time, boo, he'll catch you in that parking lot. Okay? Just don't walk around in the marinas at night by yourself, all right? Let's talk about that. Number 2, when somebody says you don't let me catch them in the parking lot, trust and believe, they mean that. That's not just something they're saying. It is not, especially with Booker, it is not just something that's just coming out his mouth for show. He ain't trying to look bad, okay, because Booker is bad. I'm going to need for you to know that you can catch those hands. Like, that's not up for debate. It's not for the discussion. He's done with that. He's gotten to that point. That's all out the window. He don't want to talk about nothing. So you need So you need to know, like, I don't know what he done did to Booker to get him to that point. But trust and believe he done with him. He done shut that door. He like, no, like, I don't want nothing to do with Corey. But see, now I'm starting to see a pattern. It's funny because I'm starting to see like a small pattern. Because first it was JBL and now it's Corey. And it's like, excuse me, sir, like, what are you doing at this announce table and behind the scenes that is causing these people to be like, oh no, I don't want to work with you? Because that's not okay. Mm-hmm. Like, there's a level of professionalism that needs to be met, and obviously, Corey ain't meeting it. For somebody to get on that set and be like, oh, no, I don't want to work with him, that's a problem. Because I have to wonder, was Booker the first person to actually, like, fully be like, oh, no, I'm done with that?
No, here's the thing. Generally, when stuff like that happens, people know. But you got to remember that that's not the, how I say this, that's not the workplace where they really care. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
They like the guy they like, and hey, man, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Keish, I think I found the next movie that I want to review for the Ring Time Pro Wrestling.
Oh, God.
I'm back to movie reviews. Keish, I was up one night. HBO had a free preview, and the good Lord sent me some cinema greatness. It had me tired for work the next day because it was on in the middle of the night. I wasn't feeling well. I woke up. And there's this movie called The Wrong Side of Town, Keish.
What?
It's called The Wrong Side of Town. I'll give you a synopsis, a quick synopsis. Former Special Forces soldier, elite, Navy SEAL, elite killing squad guy. You know, he's done with the military life. He wants to come home, live a normal life. Apparently, some goon threatens his wife. He kills the goon, accidentally doesn't want to kill him. The goon, the brother, is a big-time mob guy, puts a hit out on him, and madness ensues. There's a crooked cop. Keish, that elite killing soldier is Rob Van Dam.
Oh, my God.
Oh, no, this movie gets better. The movie also features Dave Bautista.
What?
Yes. Keish, it also stars Ja Rule and Omarion.
Did you just say Ja Rule and Omarion?
Yes, they are both in this
I'm over it. I'm so done. Like,
yes.
Are you serious?
I said, great movie, Jesus. Where did you send me this greatness from? Right. Oh, my God. And the funny thing is, I just started watching it. I couldn't turn it off. I was just like, oh. Now, the poster is a little misleading because it'll make you think like Batista, Ja Rule, and Rob Van Dam about to wreck some shit. It doesn't exactly play out that way. Okay? So, and somebody has to go early. So, that's just, I'll leave it at that. But it was made in 2010. I'm assuming they felt like Ja Rule was star power.
Yeah.
I don't know. Right? I don't know.
Right.
You got to remember, too, this is Ja Rule political commentator now. I still have the thing on him on Fox News where they was asking Ja Rule about the 2016 election.
Yeah. That was just...
I find it the funniest thing ever. Like, it still is nothing is more hilarious. And I'm like...
It was retarded. It was like...
Dave Chappelle predicted this shit like 15 years ago in a sketch.
Right.
No, that is sketch. He predicted it was in a stand-up. Like, why y'all asking celebrity shit? I don't want to be thinking about where's Ja at a time like this. Okay.
Right.
Anyway.
No, that was one of my favorites with Chappelle. Let's that because I'm finna get started and I don't need to. But that was hilarious. Oh, where's Ja? Somebody get Ja.
Yeah. I was like, hey, Dave saw this shit coming. That's the only thing I thought about. Like when I watched, I was like, Dave saw this shit coming.
Right.
All right, Keish. We're gonna get into a little bit of this wrestling, and we're gonna get out of here early. I think tonight. I always say, I've always got to curse ourselves too, because I'd be like, yeah, we're gonna get out of here early. That shit.
And then 2 hours later.
Yeah.
And we still talking.
But I know our listeners appreciate the quality audio content. But let's Raw. Keish, these are like the shortest Raw notes that I've ever had, because Raw only really consisted of like 4 matches. Now that being said, the first match was the men's Elimination Chamber Gauntlet match. What did that mean? All the men of Elimination Chamber will participate in the Gauntlet match. It starts with 2 competitors. 1 wins, 1 loses. The loser leaves, the winner stays. Kind of like King of the Mountain. Until you're down to 1 man and 1 man only. It is essentially Elimination Chamber without the fucking Elimination Chamber.
Right.
You know, only thing you don't have is that, like, the chaos theory of other people coming into the match at one at a time when it's being released. But either way, I thought it was a dumb idea, and I thought it overexposed the pay-per-view. That being said, Keish, I might have saw one of the single greatest performances in the history of Raw in 25 years.
Single greatest performance.
Here's the thing. Seth Rollins back, Keish. You remember that dude, like 2 or 3 years ago, that was the man, the one that cashed your money in the bank, the one who didn't lose the title till he got injured, the one who just was like carrying a company on his back, like the belt meant something, but it was on him. Keish, that dude is back. Okay, so he opens up the show and he goes 1-on-1 with Roman Reigns. You're like, all right. And he beats Roman Reigns. And you're like, see, all right. Get this shit over with quick.
Right.
The next match is him and John Cena, which was a really good match. And you really was on the edge of your seat. And you was like, hey, man, he going through all this shit. He can't lose because he keep coming out of this.
Right.
He goes like 30 minutes with Cena. Keish. He then wrestles Elias, and this is when he gets beat. But when we stop and look at it, Keish, it was like 9:15.
Right.
I looked up. I said, "This dude just went like 72 minutes." Well, the official count was 65 because apparently, I guess some talking happened at the beginning of the show. But yeah, they got it booked for 65 minutes on just regular ass TV. Seth Rollins putting in work, and it was like, yo, and he acknowledged everybody he was in the ring with and shared the ring with, and all the, and I mean, it's a group effort. Everybody pulled their weight. Everybody made it look good, and it was compelling television for me. And I found it kind of funny because some people complained, and I'm like, nope, no complaints.
Right.
Now, you can't do that every Monday. But I appreciate the WWE saying, look, this is a wrestling show. We gonna give y'all some wrestling. Like, that show was like, all right, we gonna get some wrestling in here. And I thought the match did what it was supposed to do. So Elias beats Seth. Finn comes down. Finn beats Elias. Miz beats Finn. Braun comes, and Braun's the last man in. There's no illusion what's about to happen. I'm like, that Mr. Raj, poor guys. Poor fucking guys. Because, shoot. Let me tell you something. I get that certain roles in wrestling mean you might have to take an ass whooping. Braun Strowman is not one of them voluntary ass whoopers I want to take. Because him just like halfway throwing a punch still scares the shit out of me.
Right.
Like, he'd probably be mad at me like, look, man, you can't just start crying on TV.
Right. Like,
right.
Need you not to be shedding these tears in the middle of this room.
Right, like, Like it's one that was like, you remember like when Mom used to whoop you, and it was like before the actual whooping, those cries.
Yeah,
like
that.
And she get mad like, look, I ain't even hit you yet. Yeah,
right.
Yeah. That's kind of how I feel like I would feel when I saw Braun raise his hand. Yeah. I could just go ahead and start crying now. What? Let's get the tear ducts lubricated. Because this is gonna hurt. But yeah, so that was this. Now, Keisha, I want to do a quick rewind because I'm talking about Braun Strowman. Who knew Braun could sing? I mean, like, actually could sing?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I mean, you know, when he did the thing with Elias the other week, I'm looking at it, I'm like, ooh, whoa, this is kind of interesting. Right. What is this guy? Like, I had mixed emotions about that because it's like, all right, here they go with a big guy, and they about to make a character out of him. But
right,
I want the guy to be world champ, and I know to be world champ, you're gonna have to show some personality and stuff like that. But then also, it was like, hey, did y'all realize he can sing?
Right.
Now, the funny thing that he was playing the cello like it was a guitar, I thought was hilarious. And he was going to swing it like a guitar. I'm like, that's fucking heavy.
Right.
And I'll defer Keish. For those of you who don't know, Keisha is a world-class cello player. Advanced orchestra, all of her years of high school.
He hyped me up. He be hyping me up. I'm not that good. But...
maybe not now. Maybe not like 15 years later, but...
Well, yeah, because when you spend 7 years behind a cello, you know, that's you bound to learn something. I'm just saying. It's funny because now when I listen to music, like, I can hear all of that in there. So I'll be like, oh, man. Like, people don't dissect instruments in music like I do. And, well, most people don't. If you've never played an instrument or you really never been around it too much, then it's like, it's a different thought process. You know, it's funny being around Lance because Lance was in band in high school and college. So he'd be listening to music. He'd be like, yeah, man, you know, 'cause the trombones and the trumpets and blah, blah, blah. And I just be looking at him like, what? But then I do the same thing because I'll listen to something and I'm like, they had an orchestra beginning. Oh, my God. So when Braun came out there with that bass, I was done. I was like, oh, my God, is he serious? Like, why would they do this? Let me tell y'all something. I don't know if Keith knows this, but when I was in middle school, I tried playing bass. I switched instruments for like a good 2-3 weeks. I tried playing bass. It is not fun. You don't have the fingers for that because the strings are thick. They're like a whole nother level of thick. So if you ain't got the strength to hold those things down, man, just don't even do it. Just don't even do it. So seeing Braun and his knee just chilling like it's nothing, it's like, sir. Like, why does it look perfect in your lap? A bass is not small. They are not small instruments whatsoever. Like, this is not a small instrument. That is not small at all. Like, my cello was miniature compared to that thing. Like, oh my God. And he just set it up there like it was just the guitar in Elias's hands. Like, it was just, I'm like, this is not real life. Y'all play too much. Y'all play too much.
Right.
Y'all play too much. Like, I was like, no, we're just not doing this. Not tonight or any other night. For real.
Right. So, yeah, that's happening. going down the list here. So, Nia Jax attacks Asuka ahead of their match at Elimination Chamber. Nia had to prove to Asuka, because I mean it's kind of funny because I looked like Asuka was scheduled for a match, but they didn't really say that she was going to have a match, and I was like, "Ooh, some jobber girl about to get the shit kicked out of her." You know, once again, things I ain't signing up for. Hey man, look, I got $500. I just need you to come to this thing, and when you get on the ground, understand when you sit up, Asuka gonna be standing over you, kicking you in your chest. You know what? You take this check. Fuck you. Fuck you. Like just start going down the line. Nope, that's okay.
Right now, I know that's not gonna work.
Keish,
right?
I think Asuka semi thinks this is real. I'm serious. Like, do you know, like, she'd be in the locker room on the real walking around talking about nobody wants it with Asuka. Like, that actually happens. Like, she walks around that locker room and just be challenging people. Like, nobody wants it with Asuka. Apparently not. No. I'm good over here.
Right.
Don't want that. Don't want them kind of problems. But, yeah, Nia, attacked Asuka and let her know that, like, hey man, I'm just gonna go ahead and crush your undefeated streak, which we'll get into that later on in the show.
Well,
because
I don't know. No, if I say what I say, I'm gonna say next. I'm pretty sure we're gonna get into this way sooner than later. Like,
yeah, okay,
because I'm just saying, like, that whole line of, like, oh, I'm going to crush her undefeated streak. Nia, didn't you have a chance to do that? No. Like, so we're just going to forget about NXT?
Yeah. No, I mean, here's the thing.
I'm sorry.
Wrestling has no historical context. I mean, you can.
No, it really don't. They just, because we're not going to talk about what happened in NXT. It's just kind of like, yeah. Which is funny to me because they pick and choose when they want to do that. Because when you talk about Asuka's undefeated streak, they don't start with when she got to the main roster. They talk about her last 2 years in NXT and being with NXT Women's Champion and never losing the title and blah, blah, blah. But then when you write for Nia, it's like, oh, yeah, have Nia go out there and say, Asuka could never beat me.
Well, here's the thing. Wrestling is about telling the story and telling it however convenient it is to you. Also, heels never acknowledge anything bad, right? So, it's kind of like when Miz goes out there and talks about how he's the best and ain't nobody gonna beat him and da-da-da, and he made this and it's kind of like, no, I'm not gonna go that far. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I find this thing compelling because I feel like Nia and Braun Strowman are in this same weird situation. And I'll get to it later. Titus Worldwide defeats the Bar in a non-title match. It's like
Titus Worldwide been doing it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've been doing it up lately. That's what I'm talking about.
It's kind of funny because when Titus makes his entrance, I look at my wife and she be looking like, oh boy. She like, because she has her thing about it. She's like, look, man. She's like, that's what them guys who players just never got, you know. Mm-hmm. I'm like, yeah, you know, some people leave it in college and some people just.
No. No. Well, I say this. Like, when I first seen Titus on TV and he was doing all that, I was like, are you serious? Like, wait a minute, Titus. Are you really finna build your character off of this? I'm done. And it's funny because being black and then I had been into college and been around black fraternities and sororities, and you know, all the rules and regulations or whatever the hell you want to call it, and like seeing him on TV doing that, and then like seeing people in the crowd and listening to JBL barking and all this other foolishness, it's just like, sir, you know you started this, right?
Yeah,
I just want you to know, like you started this. This is all on you. Because of course you don't see, and it's funny because you don't see Apollo out there. You know what I'm saying? Sigma walking and all that. I'm just glad that Titus ain't out there hopping and, you know. But it's funny because the Qs that I know, they're on Facebook. They see it. It wasn't too long. I think it was probably a good year after Titus was actually out, you know, on the main roster and whatnot. They were like, man, the Braun's on TV. Like, the Braun is on wrestling. I was over it. I said, for real? Like, and now he got these shirts. And it's funny because, you know, I want one of those shirts, Keith, but I don't want to be out one day and somebody sees one of those shirts on and be questioning me. Like, no, this is a wrestling shirt. I support Titus Worldwide. Get out my face.
Yeah. No, honestly,
that's pretty much where I'm at.
Like, that shirt walks up to the borderline of all the copyright infringement.
Right.
It walks up to the line, man. Whoo. Now,
like,
I guess it's not infringement.
Yeah,
it ain't infringement because, how I say this? I don't know. It doesn't necessarily, because I mean these are full members, so I don't know how that works.
This is how I see it, because this is how I understand why, like, you don't see the fraternities and sororities like actually mentioned on TV unless they're talking about like the person themselves, like in the story or something. But like when it comes to stuff like WWE, where he represents it, but it's not mentioned. They don't talk about it. He's not out there saying this is what he's representing. You know, everybody just sees it as a part of his character. So like with the shirt, there's no from what I can understand about, from what I've seen from the shirt, there's no gold in it. There's no Omega sign. You know, like it's just purple. It's purple, black. I've seen the black shirt with purple, with a purple background, like white writing. So it's kind of like, but you see, it's like an embodiment of Titus on it. And yeah, he might be using the hand sign, but at the same time, it's like, so I don't know what's exclusive, like what's included in the copyright for Omega Psi. But yeah, like that shirt though. Now I will say this: that shirt and this whole Titus thing in general, it's on that line. Like it's literally about to cross it. Like it's right there. But I think they do just enough to where it don't get over it. Like it's not infringing on it, because I'm pretty sure as long as Titus has been with WWE, and as much as he's been on TV, and as hard as he is, because man, you get a crowd out there. Well, now they do the whole worldwide chant. Before then, you know he was out there. Titus was out there barking every week. Crowd out there with him. JBL out there sounding like a fool. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's, yeah. So they do just enough to where they don't mention where it comes from, what's the history behind it, or none of that. None of that's talked about. For all they know, Titus made this up, and this is what he do every week, right? So, you know, of course I had to be the one to sit here and be breaking stuff down and all of that.
Right.
I told you I was gonna be ratchet tonight. I wasn't playing.
But yeah, I mean, this literally almost wraps up Raw. After that, Sasha Banks, Bayley, and Mickie James defeated Alexa Bliss, Sonya Deville, and Mandy Rose in a 6-woman challenge match, which was the challenge match of people in the Elimination Chamber. Afterwards, Sonya Deville and Mandy Rose decided they was going to beat the hell out of everybody. And then, of course, that unlikely alliance of Mickie James and Alexa Bliss showed up.
Right.
Alexa has figured out a way to save her ass in that chamber, Keish.
She has, but
I think she'll turn.
She has.
Yeah, she'll turn on Mickie later, but yeah, I think she found a way to. I don't know. We'll see. Because Bayley and Sasha go take each other out.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Like one of them, I actually see them facing each other at WrestleMania somehow. Like, it's funny because I want a Bayley heel turn, but I know that's not gonna happen. I'm crazy like that. Dude, Keith, I have a whole Bayley heel character in my head. I'm serious. Like, they can take this whole hugging situation and just 180 that thing. Like, Bayley could come out there dressed in all black with the leather jacket, hair straight, take the ponytail out, you know what I'm saying? She come out there, she's looking at everybody all sick. And be like, yeah, I give you these hugs, all right? I hug my foot with your ass. Like, I'm telling you. I could see it, Keith. I could see it. It's funny because I see little inklings of it in times like when they did the sneak attack on SmackDown before Survivor Series. Right. I was like, look at Bayley in that swing on people. All she got to do get rid of the Macho Man inspired shirts. You know what I'm saying? She can still keep her style with her, but I'll change that too. Change what she wears a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Have her coming out there in all black.
Right.
Change her music because of course you can't have her out there, playing this hugging music. Nah, you can't have that. Change her music completely. Just have her there. I mean, I ain't saying she got to be insane. All I'm saying is y'all can make this happen. Keep Sasha a face because Sasha doing a heel turn is predictable. Everybody can see that. But if Bayley did it, bruh, I know I'm excited about something I'm pretty sure would never happen. But all I'm saying is this will be a great blockbuster for WrestleMania. Sasha Banks versus Bayley. Bayley being a heel? Man, what? Ready for it. I'm ready for it, and I know it ain't gonna happen. That's all right. Keith, I'm telling you right now, if it were to happen, because Raw gonna be here that Monday before WrestleMania. Raw is in Atlanta.
Yes.
I don't know if you knew that.
Yeah,
but I knew.
Yeah, I've heard.
We need to work on some tickets. Then we need to work on. Your sister got a birthday in 2 weeks. That's all I'm saying. I'm gonna throw that out there.
Yeah, I might know a guy, so we'll see.
Yeah, and look, let me know because I take off. I take off work. It's nothing to put in that time off request. That's all I'm saying. Just letting sister know. And, okay, let me calm down because I'm getting excited about something. I ain't not going to Raw. Well, I'm excited about that too. But I'm talking about Bayley heel turn, man. Every time I talk about that, like I can go on about that for about a good 20 minutes because I'm telling you, I got a whole storyline for her and everything. I've thought about this. They need to make it happen. They need to call me. Y'all need to call me, WWE. I got something for you, okay? But y'all don't have to cut the check though, because I ain't doing it for free.
The WWE appreciates your dedication. We're going to hit the break. We'll be back. Birthdays, SmackDown, news, and Elimination Chamber. So let's go and find something And we'll be right back.
Guys, you can't help but hear the audience chanting, "New Day sucks." What's your reaction to that, and how's that been affecting you?
Hurts, Renee. Hurts.
Renee, it's disappointing. But we promise you will not find disappointment in our dancing. You won't find it in our chanting, and you definitely won't find it in our clapping. You see, Renee, we clap or we snap.
That's right. You see, Renee, yesterday I was at the airport getting something to eat, and a kid came up to me and said,
Mr. E, that New Day thing is terrible. But my brother's a big fan, and can you sign this breakfast menu for him?
And I replied, of course I can, buddy boy. And you know why I'm able to? Because I clap.
I'd have kicked that kid to the curb.
What's up, everybody? We are here for birthdays. Birthdays are always fun. I like to share the world of wrestling birthdays and people who are in the wrestling community. Nothing happened in the past few days, but today, as this show drops, so it'll be Saturday when you guys get it, most of you, Corey Graves celebrates a birthday. The aforementioned Corey Graves were earlier in the show. Corey Graves turns 34. Shout out to Corey Graves. Now, my personal favorite for today, Shinsuke Nakamura. Yes, that's my guy. Y'all know that's one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. Shinsuke turns 38 today. Hope that guy has a lot of fun. Hope he's catching some waves, surfing out there, wherever he's at. He's probably in Cali. He strikes me as a West Coast guy. Tomorrow, the 25th, Elimination Chamber is going down. Sean O'Haire. I'm going to say is going to turn 47. Make sure I get this right, or maybe not. Sean O'Haire. What half of with Chuck Palumbo as tag team champions? Okay, no, Sean O'Haire would not turn 47. He would have turned 47 tomorrow. R.I.P. Sean O'Haire. I was a little confused on that one. I was like, all right. DJ Gabriel turns 35. So, that's a thing. Maria Kanellis, soon to be mother Maria Kanellis, is turning 36, tomorrow. So, hey, will she drop that baby on her birthday? Who knows? But the highlight of birthdays tomorrow is the Nature Boy, Ric Flair. Yeah. Ric Flair will turn 68, 69. Wow, 69. Ooh, Rick. I think fans around the world are rejoicing, are happy, because we was worried. So, in honor of Rick turning 69, I'm gonna give y'all a little Ric Flair, because if you can't have no Ric Flair, what else can you have, right? So,
wrestling, Ric Flair, and here is the World Heavyweight Champion.
You know, girls
Why don't you give it to him one more time? Woo! That's who's standing here today. The world heavyweight champion. Only one. And you're looking, oh, girls, I can't stand it. Now I gotta talk. We all gotta be quiet. Nikita Koloff, we've only just begun. That's the end of it. Dusty Rhodes, don't ever make the mistake of sticking your nose in my business. If I'm down and out, I'll get up and take care of myself. So Dusty Rhodes, remember, when you walk out here, woo, talking Ric Flair, don't think you can walk in that ring and give me a hand or try to help me out and ease the tension in our relationship. Philadelphia, woo, I'm going to tear you down. Pensacola, Florida, when I get to town, we're going to treat all you women, woo, the way women ought to be treated. Because the NWA and some real men are going to take that Civic Center apart, and then we all going to be over at Rodeo, woo, driving the women wild. Miami Beach, get ready. Woo, we on tour, and we're doing it better than anybody else alive. Now, Buddy Landell, it's so hard for me to sit back here in this studio looking at a guy out here hollering my name when last year I spent more money on spilt liquor in bars from one side of this world to the other than you made. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, woo, wheeling dealing, limousine riding, jet flying, son of a gun, and I'm having a hard time holding these alligators down. Woo! There's only one.
There's only one. Ric Flair. Happy birthday, Rick. So let's go into some news. I can kind of catch up. The biggest news. There was a Hall of Fame announcement, Keish. Since the last time we've done this show, Ivory has been inducted, will be announced for the 2018 Hall of Fame. Shout out to Ivory. Ivory put in a lot of work in this game. Attitude Era star. Also, she was in Glow, Keish. That's how old school Ivory is. Ivory was one of the gorgeous ladies in wrestling. Jeff Jarrett is going into the Hall of Fame. You sent me a video, and I was like, oh, because I had got something on the dirt sheet like 3 weeks ago, and I was like, probably a hoax. You know what I mean? And I had wrote it off. And a few of the groups of people I talked to, they was like, I don't know, man. So I was like, I don't know. Seems like a hoax. But yeah, Keish, apparently not a hoax. Jeff Jarrett, testament that time heals all wrestling wounds. Now, Jeff did recently finish the WWE sponsored rehab, and I'm sure his relationship has gotten better over the little while. And one thing I'll say, Triple H has mended a lot of relationships for Vince.
I've noticed.
So, and this one is interesting. A lot of people are taking bets. Will Jeff's Hall of Fame speech mention Global Force? But Jeff is definitely deserving. I've seen people really brag on this one, though. A lot of people see Jeff Jarrett as just a mid-carder, right? I'm going to say this. Coco Beware's in the Hall of Fame. Always remember, never forget. Coco Beware's in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Vince does what he wants to do. But here's my case for Jeff Jarrett. 30-plus year career. Territory star. One of the last territory stars. Big guy at the USWA. I got exposed to Jarrett when I was a little kid. So I kind of semi-biased. Worked for his dad, Jerry, who also kind of biased. Jerry's not a friend, but Jerry is somebody who actually Will actually communicated with me early on in this stuff, right? Before people, really cared who we were. So, yeah, no, Jerry is, I'm surprised Jerry didn't go in. Or is not going in this year. Like, Jarrett to me is a Hall of Famer. But, and I would tell you how highly Vince thinks of Jarrett. In the 90s, when Vince was boxing with the feds over steroids, if Vince was going to have to go to the federal pokey, they had Jarrett up there at Stanford, like watching everything and learning everything, and he was going to take over while Vince was in the pokey. So
really,
yeah, that's true. That's true story. So that's how highly and that's how deep the Jarrett and McMahon relationship goes, right?
Right.
I mean, to be honest with you, when Jeff starts coming on WWE television, he's only in the business since 1986. It's like 93, 92. But the guy's talented. He knows what he's doing. And he is like a 4 or 5 time Intercontinental Champion. He held the tag team titles. He had the European and IC title together at one time. His WCW resume is like 4-time world champion. So, like, his career progressively gets better each stop. He's an interesting figure in the Monday Night Wars because he probably has done the most significant time in both organizations. Like, he's one of the few people who went back and forth. Like, he has 2 WCW stints and 2 WWE stints. Now, where's the point of contention with him and Vince? Here's the rumor. And I say the rumor because Jeff actually kind of denies it. Remember when Jeff left the WWE the last time? He was the Intercontinental Champion. And he dropped the belt his last night in the company to China. Right?
Right.
Well, Jeff's contract ended like a couple of days before the pay-per-view. So he had to, do a little special deal just to do the pay-per-view and drop the belt. Now, mind you, he didn't have, this was before 90-day non-compete clauses. That Monday, he's on Nitro. But Sunday, he drops the belt. Keish, the word on the street is he held Vince up for $300,000, said the only way he'll do it is he got an extra $300,000 because he got to drop the belt to this woman. Right?
What?
That's the word. Now, in an interview in like 2006, Jeff said, hey, I only was paid what I was contractually obligated to get. Nothing more, nothing less. I don't know how. I don't know. But I know this. WWE buys WCW, and Vince fires Jeff Jarrett on national television.
Right.
Live TV. Like, hey, man, how do you spell Jeff Jarrett? G-O-O-N-N-E. Gone. I'm like, damn. I said, shit. I mean, this is the first night. He should be happy. He should be celebrating. It should be about, hey, I got both companies. Nope. I need you to know. Because they had that split screen and Jeff Jarrett was on the other screen because TNT, they still showing it. He like, man, I'm firing that guy day one. That's how we're starting this. So, there was something in there. There was some animosity, but apparently it has eased up. Jarrett also is an innovator. Like, he followed his dad's footsteps. He becomes a promoter. He creates TNA. And say what you want, but TNA, longest running program, I mean, that's still around. I mean, post WCW, like, it filled a gap. And for a long time, was a successful number 2. I mean, that Spike TV run is what got us AJ Styles and Samoa Joe and Bobby Roode. You know what I mean?
Right.
These stars we talk about today, like those guys, got to the national consciousness through TNA. I felt like AJ Styles should have been there, John Cena, but you know, shit happens. But yeah, that got that going down. Keish, ROH has launched a new thing. Revamped the website. And they're good.
Really?
Yeah. And they're doing their own streaming. So, you gotta check them out. But, yeah. Ring of Honor. Doing it big.
I'm for it.
So, just going down, checking some things. Kerry Sane getting harassed by racist ass fans at an NXT live event.
Some people are just fucking awful, man.
Yeah. I mean, like people making Pearl Harbor comments and other things. Yep. Mm-hmm.
See, no, that's just fucked up. Like, there's no other way to describe that. Like, people are just ridiculous. For real. Some people, not everybody. Just there's some folks out there that they're just awful.
Yeah,
like on a whole nother level awful.
Yeah. I don't know why people do things. But yeah, so that happened. Let me go back, make sure I'm not missing anything, and then we'll go on to SmackDown. That's what happens when you don't record for 3 weeks. It's like, oh shoot, did we not bitch? Because I will leave nothing hanging, or somebody like, what happened to? Yeah, don't know. WWE fourth quarter earnings talks. Sheesh, shit. If you own stock in WWE, do the happy dance. They had a hell of a fourth quarter. They are very confident that the business strategy is working. We had Miss Honor Reigns Supreme. It was live streaming for free 2 weeks ago. Ring of Honor ranked as top 5 tag teams of all time. Now, Serena is a trainer at the WWE Performance Center. Shout out Serena D. That's happening.
Right.
But let me go back to their top 5. Because they ranked them. Now, they actually have a top 10 list, the top 10 teams in history. And they promote their honor club and stuff like that. No, that's a moment action. But let me go ahead and give you the top 5 tag teams in Ring of Honor history. Number 5 is The Addiction, Chris Daniels and Frankie Kazarian. 3, they have a few different combined titles. Number 4, I think is interesting because I would rank 4 higher. Number 4 is the Kings of Wrestling. Claudio Castagnoli, who you know as Cesaro today. Chris Hero, who you know today as Cassius Ohno. I can't really explain how good the Kings were. You got to go back to the archives and check those out. But I might even put together one of those YouTube chronicles for them. Redragon, who is killing it now, is number 3 with Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly. Here's where I want to say. Number 2 are the Young Bucks. And number 1 is indisputable. It's the Briscoes. Hands down, 100% true. There's not a tag team ever in the history of Ring of Honor that can touch the Briscoes. So that's 1.
Right.
I would have kept the Young Bucks I would have the Young Bucks at 3. 2 would have been the Kings of Wrestling. Like, I think that's the Spirit of the Now article. Like, that's somebody who, and then O'Reilly and Fish would have been 4. Only because I think the Bucks have had like a longer run there, right? O'Reilly and Fish have moved on or whatever. But yeah, no, Kings of Wrestling definitely should have been 2. Definitely 2. I have no problem with anything else. Kings of Wrestling definitely should have been 2. And then you bump it back from there. Like I said, the Bucks is 3. And then O'Reilly and Fish at 4. Which is fair enough. And then, but yeah, I thought that was something that was worth talking about. Oh, Shelton Benjamin had an interesting rental car incident, Keith. Did you see that?
No, what happened?
So a couple of weeks ago, should have been on like the show 2 weeks ago. Shelton had a rental car, and let's say you go into the, you know how you go open the glove compartment, something like that. You find a gun. Budget rental car. Yeah, Keith.
What?
Yeah. Somebody didn't clean the car well enough. Now, I got questions.
Crazy.
Because the dude who owned the gun is kind of like, hey, asshole, you leaving guns behind. 2,
right.
Keish, you gotta do your job, because if something like that happens, somebody left. You know what kind of danger that guy's in, riding around with a gun you don't know about? Let's say he found out about the gun when he hit a pothole or something and the gun went off. Because somebody who just leaving guns around don't strike me as somebody who know how to use the safety. What happened if Shelton Benjamin got pulled over and the police found that gun?
It's Shelton Benjamin we talking about too.
Yeah. That pretty sizable black dude. We got a gun. Who knows how that shit is?
I can tell you would have went left real quick. I mean fast. I mean in a hurry. Like, there ain't no way you could tell me otherwise. Oh, but he's a wrestler. Yeah, not everybody watches wrestling. I mean,
most people don't. That shit, the celebrity can't save you.
Yeah. No.
Also, that might make them think he's more dangerous. Like, this guy's a trade killer.
Right.
All right.
Exactly.
SmackDown, Keish. Kevin Owens defeats Dolph Ziggler in a match that they kind of had.
Yeah.
Those of you who don't know, Fastlane main event is going to be a fatal 5-way for AJ Styles' belt. The Riott Squad defeats Charlotte, Naomi, and Becky Lynch. That was a good look for the Riott Squad. The New Day defeated Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin, which I thought was weird. The New Day, I guess, will get a title opportunity against the Usos. I don't know if that's what people want to see, but that's happening.
I mean, I can't sit here and say that I wouldn't want to see it, but it's not like I haven't seen it before, so, you know.
Right.
It ain't nothing new. Put it more like that.
The Bludgeon Brothers take out some jobbers. It's going to be interesting to see how long they run that angle, because they've been beating up jobbers for the last, 3 months. Let's see how we get some real cop in there. AJ Styles defeated Baron Corbin in a 1-on-1 match. That was pretty decent. You also saw Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens attack after the match. Then Baron Corbin got a measure of revenge on those two nerds. So, I don't know. That was SmackDown, Keish.
Right.
Let's talk Elimination Chamber, Keish, because that's what we came here for, right?
Right.
All right. So, this is one of those branded pay-per-views that started out as an actual match and became its own pay-per-view. Which I don't like, because you can't surprise anybody with the Chamber anymore. Its brainchild was actually created by Triple H. Eric Bischoff introduced it in 2002. It's an expensive structure. That was one of the reasons why they kind of stepped away from it for a little while. Like, this shit is huge, and it's expensive to maintain and put together. Like, it's... Because you got to travel with all that shit. It's kind of like Hell in a Cell meets War Games meets some kind of just, like, King of the Mountain kind of shit. Like, it's... Only way to win is by pinfall or submission. You can't even get out of there.
Right.
They say that the cell is over 10 tons. It's 2 miles wide of chain and like links and stuff like that. Like, whoo. So, yeah, it's been around since 2002. So we have a 16-year-old. Understand, Triple H suffered major injury in the 2002 chamber. He got swelling inside his throat. Sheamus had a concussion in the chamber.
That thing is dangerous. Like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to wrestle in that thing. I'm going to tell you that now. Because when you get thrown out the ring, you ain't going out no ring. You just going to hit some steel. Can't have that.
To date, there have been 20 Elimination Chamber matches. You know who's been in the most matches to date? Triple H has the most victories. Chris Jericho holds the distinction of being in the most chambers. He has been in 8 of the 20.
Yeah.
Triple H has the most victories with 4. The World Heavyweight title was the thing that was contested in 7 of the matches. The WWE title was contested in 6 of the matches. ECW title was contested in 1. The WWE Tag Team and Intercontinental Championship both had a run in the match. And 4 matches that awarded number 1 contenderships at WrestleMania. So, just something, to give you an idea. And like I said, this year is the first ever women's Elimination Chamber. And this is going to be the first one that features like 7 people at one time. So, with that being said, just give you a look back. Shawn Michaels wins the first ever Elimination Chamber. And that was a hell of a time because that's when Shawn first came back. And that's like, that's when we was like, Shawn's back.
Right.
No pun intended. Triple H wins the next 2. John Cena wins the 4th one. Of course, I think that's the one where Edge cashes in Money in the Bank after the match. Bobby Lashley wins the ECW Elimination Chamber. There's a SmackDown ECW Chamber at WrestleMania 24. Actually, that's how you get to the main event at 24. And Undertaker, of course, won that, and I think he faced Edge at that WrestleMania. So we can go down the line here, but so this is the card as it stands. Woke Matt Hardy will take on Bray Wyatt. Keish, do you care?
Not really. I mean, you want me to be honest. They kind of like botched that whole storyline when they started it, because when they had their first match against each other, it should have been on a pay-per-view and not on Raw. So that kind of threw everything left for me with this whole storyline in general. That was it for me. So I really kind of am not interested in this too much. Of course, if I'm going to give it to somebody, I'm going to say that they're going to bury Matt Hardy and give it to Bray Wyatt. Like, that's just pretty much how I see it. But to tell the truth, it really just doesn't even matter.
Yeah, I told y'all they was going to fuck this up a long time ago. No need to thank me. I do. The only thing I think they can make this semi-compelling is if they just had to develop some kind of crazy respect for each other and develop just this off-the-wall oddball tag team. Other than that, I don't think you can salvage this.
Right.
Keisha, a match that has been added to the show. Pre-show, Gallows and Anderson will take on the Miz Taraj. I'm just putting the Miz Taraj to take a good loss. No, main show. The Bar will defend the tag team titles against Titus Worldwide at the pay-per-view.
Really?
Yeah. So they'll have a match that they have already had. But do you think Titus Worldwide can walk away with the belts this weekend?
All right.
Because that matters. Can they walk out of here with the belt?
Yes, but will they? Probably not. I mean, that's my whole take on it. Can they walk out with the belts? Absolutely. Will they?
Yeah. Will they? Won't they? Okay, so I agree. I think they do not walk out with the belts. I think that the Bar will walk out with the belts, and they will go from there. Asuka versus Nia Jax, Keish. This might be one of the most compelling matches of the show. How does Nia come out of this not looking bad, right?
Here's the thing. Because this is something that definitely has to be discussed, is Nia is not going to end Asuka's streak. So the only way that she can come out of this and look good and, all of that is she would literally, she can put on a compelling performance against Asuka and still take the L, But it has to be a very, very compelling performance. Like, she can't go in there, just take some kicks and be done in 6 minutes. Like, it's going to take some time. I don't see her being added to the WrestleMania match, which to me actually will kind of be a bummer, but at the same time I understand it. So, and to me, that's how she can take the L, but she just can't take it like lightly. Like, to me, there has to be way more to it than her just going there and just like completely succumbing, which she won't. I don't think she will do, because this is Nia Jax we're talking about. So I think she'll do wonderfully, without having to do all that. But at the same time, she still will need to. She still will need to fight. You know what I'm saying? And he, folks will think, oh well, folks will think, oh well. Look, it's Nia, yeah, but she's faced Asuka before, and we've seen what happened. So that's the thing that has to be taken into account, to me.
No, here's the thing. You cannot end that streak right now, and I don't think they've got anything tangible enough or special enough to end that streak. That being said, I feel like Braun Strowman and Nia Jax suffer from the same thing. They're both physically imposing. They're both good. And what ended up happening is we walk both of them up to a line, and we know we're not ready to put the belt on them, and then we have to figure out what to do next.
Right.
So
what do you do in those moments? Like,
I think the match has the end of shenanigans, and maybe shenanigans that allow Asuka not to lose, but maybe Nia still gets added to the WrestleMania match.
I could see it.
Yeah. So, that being said, Keish, we will start talking about the chamber.
36 chambers! It's the ghost!
Wu-Tang. Wu-Tang Killer Bees. We on the swarm. Wu-Tang Killer Bees. We on the swarm. Wu-Tang Killer Bees.
Which one we going to do first, the men's or the women?
We are going to do the women's Elimination Chamber. Alexa Bliss versus Sasha Banks versus Bayley versus Mandy Rose versus Sonya Deville versus Mickie James. The winner will walk out with the title belt. I think this was kind of easy.
Really?
I think Alexa Bliss walks out with her belt. By hook or by crook. I think she walks out with her belt.
I hear you. I mean, I don't see how she will, but at the same time, I don't see anything else happening. I don't see it any other way. I mean, how can you? You know what I'm saying? She's going into WrestleMania with that title around her waist. And I think that's where she'll drop it, too. But she's going to come out of Elimination Chamber alive with that title. Because I just don't see what else they can do right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's for her.
Yeah. So, with that being said, we got Alexa winning the belt, keeping her belt. Ronda Rousey will do her contract signing at Elimination Chamber.
Wow, come on, man. Look. Okay.
How does that
go? I'm going to say this, and I'm going to mean every word I say when I say it, okay? It's not that I have anything against Ronda Rousey. I don't. I think she's cool. I always thought she was a great MMA fighter, UFC, you know, however you want to put it. I think she'll be all right as a wrestler, you know, once she really gets into the fold. But they can't keep letting Ronda rip these moments away from these women that have been here. And I say that because when Asuka won the Royal Rumble, I was so excited. Of course, everybody was excited. She was excited. Asuka deserved that moment. And it was ripped from her because they decided to bring out Ronda. Like, to have Charlotte and Alexa in the ring, that was fine. They're the champions of their respective shows. They should have been in that ring because, of course, Asuka has a decision to make on who she wants to face. So that's an situation. But for them to have Ronda come out and debut at that moment, you know what everybody was talking about after that? Ronda's debut. Because we weren't talking about Asuka winning the first ever Women's Royal Rumble. That wasn't even discussed. It wasn't mentioned. It wasn't brought up. It wasn't what was all in the articles and all over TV and all over the news and all that stuff. We didn't talk about that. I talked about that because I felt like she deserved her moment because that was her moment to shine. That was her moment that was snatched from her. Because 10 minutes before 10 minutes before it happened, they decided, we're going to have Ronda debut tonight. What? No, that should have never happened. Y'all could have picked another time for that. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. No, I don't feel any kind of remorse for what I'm saying. I know what I'm saying. Right. Like, this is what's happening right now is you're allowing Ronda to come in and steal this spotlight from the women that have been in this business and have been working for this company for years. Like, you can't keep allowing her to do this, but at the same time, they're facilitating it.
Well, so here's the thing.
For me,
they got to get money back. Well, here's the thing. They got to get the money back on that full-time contract. I'm interested to see how this works out because who does she challenge at Mania? How is that all going to work out? Does she have? Will she wrestle somebody from SmackDown? Will she operate on both? Who knows? Will this be the thing that causes tension between Stephanie, Triple H, and Kurt Angle? I don't know. But that's going down Sunday. On to the men's Elimination Chamber, Keish. 7 dudes. Roman Reigns, Braun Strowman, John Cena, Finn Balor, The Miz, Seth Rollins, and Elias. Winner takes on Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania. Go.
First of all, I want to know how they finna fit 7 men in the chamber. That's number one. Number two, I know who I don't want to win. John Cena. That's it. Off top, nope. Ain't finna happen. Personally, I don't think he's gonna win anyway. I think they're gonna give John Cena another WrestleMania moment, but it won't be this one. He's not going to face Brock because that's not gonna happen. So, another person I feel like it would be. See, it's crazy because I feel like Roman and Cena are both going to be taken out of the equation as far as this goes this year. I don't think they'll face each other, but I just think that I know they're not going to face Brock. A favorite for me to win is Seth. That's definitely a favorite for me to win. I know it won't be Elias, of course, and I definitely know. I know it's not going to be the Miz. Well, it's funny because it's like, oh, well, maybe, but no, because Miz is Intercontinental Champion. They got something else planned for this. So, I think my top person winning this Elimination Chamber is either Seth or Braun. Like, that's it. There's nothing. And, of course, Braun Strowman would be the logical answer because of size and strength, and he's Braun Strowman. But I really feel like, David could beat Goliath in this, but hey, I can always be wrong. So that's just how I figured it out. But I know for a fact it's not going to be Roman or Cena. Like, it's just not going to happen. I don't think they'll face each other, but they're not facing Brock. Like, that's just the end-all and be-all of the situation. As a matter of fact, I don't even like Cena being in this Elimination Chamber match, but I guess they had to find something to do with him, so.
Yeah, Cena, I think, is just going to be more of a decoy. Here's where I want Braun to win because, I want Braun versus Brock at WrestleMania. That's something I've been advocating for a while. My gut tells me, though, they're going to hand this thing to Roman Reigns. Why? Because they want us to love this Roman Reigns. You will like this Roman Reigns. You will accept this Roman Reigns. But yeah, I would love for Braun to go and take it. But I got a feeling we're going to be dosed with Roman Reigns.
I mean, what's funny is, in my mind, because Roman is not really a heel. He's not a heel, or he's not supposed to be. But if he did like a full, clear heel turn, I think this would make this situation a lot more hilarious. But I know that's not going to happen. So, all of this to me is a blur. It's kind of like, because then whatever the results are of Elimination Chamber leads directly into WrestleMania. There's no in between for that. So, like once we're done here, now we're building the storylines for the biggest pay-per-view of the year. And I'm excited about that, but at the same time, I'm very skeptical. And I get why they're having, like, the 7-man Elimination Chamber, the Ronda Rousey contract signing, that kind of stuff. It's fine. I get it. But it's just kind of like, this right here sets the tone. It sets the stage. We get to see where it goes down. And I'm ready for it. And I'm excited about it, but at the same time, I'm really just kind of on the fence. Because, like, with the Women's Elimination Chamber, it's for the title. So, Alexa comes out, she wins. Now we got to see, you know, is Asuka going to want to? Because, remember, Asuka hasn't picked which champion she wants to face.
Right.
It's automatically assumed she would face Alexa because she's the Raw Women's Champion. She's on Raw. But she could do like a whole 180 and decide, oh, I'm going to face Charlotte. I want the SmackDown Women's title. Move me to SmackDown. But I don't see them doing that, though.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, and then we all know after WrestleMania, it's going to be another draft. There's going to be some NXT people. You know, they're going to, you know how they do after WrestleMania. There's going to be some releases. There's going to be some folks moved around. There's going to be some people moved up. So, it's going to be a whole different change in the roster itself.
Right.
I just don't see them having Asuka move from Raw to SmackDown. For what reason? And then not only that, but we gotta figure out. Now we gotta see what's been figured out to do with Ronda, because Ronda's obviously, we all know Ronda is a bigger name, you know, than most that come in. She's a big name already. She's pretty much her own brand. With the backing of the whole Roddy Piper storyline and everything, like it's a lot that comes with Ronda.
Right.
But at the same time, I need them to be very particular with what they do as far as her moments in which she appears, because what they did at the Royal Rumble was heinous. And personally, Asuka got robbed, and I'm still mad about that. But, like, I feel like if they do this contract signing, like, before the Women's Elimination Chamber, I'll feel a little better about life. Because the one thing that I don't like is when moments are stolen. Don't take away a moment away from people who deserve it. You know what I'm saying? Like, these women have worked so hard in their careers to get to these moments. And lately, within the past, I want to say the last year, almost 2 years, we've seen a lot of women's first in WWE. And I'm enjoying this, but at the same time, I don't want that moment taken away from the woman that gets it, because they deserve that. You know, it's not okay to take away that moment from them. You know, because, oh, it's Ronda Rousey. Okay, that's nice, but Ronda is in a new realm of sports entertainment. Like, you're not in UFC anymore. This is not MMA fighting. You're not in the octagon. This is WWE. You're in a you're in a square four-corner ring. Like, you need to understand, this is new to you, so you can sit over there. No, I ain't saying she needs to go to developmental and be in NXT. That's not going to happen. Obviously, we know that's not going to happen. They're not going to have Ronda Rousey starting off in developmental. Get the fuck out of here. Even though Shayna Baszler is there, Shayna Baszler, in most people's eyes, ain't Ronda Rousey. So that's a whole nother conversation for a whole nother day.
No, I mean it's an easy conversation. It's just that she's not, like, she doesn't have the name notoriety, and I'm sure that the contracts wasn't the same. So Ronda getting paid way too much to, hey man, gifted a curse. Gotta learn to fly.
But see, and at the same time, Shayna has been wrestling way longer than Ronda. Like, for Ronda, this is a whole new world. For Shayna, she's been doing this for years. So, yeah.
I mean, it's one of those things. It's like this. I have to what you made on your last job is what helps make you make the money on the new job.
Right.
So, kind of similar.
Yeah.
But
just like, it's funny because, well, it's not funny, but there is a whole downside to Ronda leaving UFC or whatever. But once she lost that fight to Holmes, that was it. You know what I'm saying? Like, she was like, man, my whole world just gone, you know? Because she was undefeated, she was unstoppable, but in my eyes, you know, personal opinion, she wasn't humble. She wasn't humble. You know what I'm saying? She developed this Floyd Mayweather mentality. And then she got beat. Like, you didn't get beat by the number one, you know, by the number 2 person up under you. Like, that didn't happen. Like, Holmes was what, like number 7 at the time? 3? Something like that. It was somewhere in there. Like, I was like, no. Like, her whole world was destroyed. And then there was rumors about her wrestling, and it was like, what? Then she showed up at WrestleMania, and next thing you know, she's at Royal Rumble, coming out to the ring, making her debut, quote unquote. So, I mean, for me, it's been a very fast progression in this, and I'm not saying that I ain't excited about it. I'm glad, especially after that showdown between the 4 horsewomen of WWE and the 4 horsewomen of UFC. Oh no, somebody need to make that happen. I'm just saying. I'm for real. Somebody needs to make that happen. I'm not playing. But I'm going to stop rambling because I know for me, I can go on forever. And when it comes to women in wrestling, I'm telling you, I am that person.
Right. All right. With that being said, we're excited for a fun pay-per-view this Sunday. We will be live tweeting. We will be online at our respective Twitter accounts. So be there, check us out. And with that, we are out. Peace.
Bye.